I have a couple WIPs and I have a couple finished objects. Or actually, I have 2 finished objects and a WIP. I have more than one WIP, but I'm showing you one WIP today. So if it sounds like something that you might be interested in, come on, join me. See what I've got going on. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm glad you're here today. Whether you are a new or returning viewer, I appreciate any time you take out of your day to hang out with me. Now, it is a beautiful sunshiny day. It's like 11 a.m. No, it's 11:15. And it was so icky out here this morning. I really thought that it was going to be a cloudy, rainy day. But it's not. So I'm going to celebrate. Now, it's been cool all day today. I had my AC on for probably about 5 or 10 minutes. And because it felt like it was really stuffy in here. And then it was like, well, that's too cold. So I'm cutting it off. And then, I finished weaving in this end and said I needed to go ahead and get this video done because even though I am able to do some editing, it's not quick. The very first video I edited took me 3.5 hours. So it's happening. It's just happening slowly. But y'all understand because, after the concussion, things don't quite work the way they're supposed to. But anyway, so you saw the bag that I made for me, right? Okay. And I told you about the bag I was making for my daughter-in-law. Well, I finished it, and I have to snip a little wayward thread. I finished it. And this is another one of those that tried to beat me. It tried to whip my buttocks. But in the end, I beat it. Look at there. Now, this is that fabric I told y'all that we got at the sale when we went up in, was it February? I think it was February. When did I go, y'all? I think it was February. Yeah, because it was before my son rented the backhoe. And this one, like mine, has a little coordinating pocket inside. I am kind of nervous that this is too small for her. She wanted it this size, so hopefully it is right. Now, because she wanted her straps not to extend all the way down, I had to construct this a little bit differently. And in doing so, it kind of threw me off my game. But, again, failure is learning. I ended up ripping out because I had left gaps for my straps right here after I sewn these two together. Because I figured out I could not, if I did not want to do a binding around, I had to sew my outside and my seeable liner, because this thing has 2 liners. It has the liner that is sewn to the foam interfacing, and it has the liner that you see. Well, I had to sew the teal liner to the outside fabric before I ever put the outside fabric to my foam interfacing. So it did have its challenges, and I had left only this space and this space open because these are sewn to the interfacing, to the foam interfacing. But then I realized these were already sewn, so I had no way to, you know what I might do next time if I do this the idea again, I might leave this open like I did before I sew this on, feed it through there, and then sew it to it. There's a lot of moving parts if I do it that way. But the way I ended up having to do it, I ended up having to seam rip all these stitches. Sorry, my brain. I've only had one caffeine today, so my brain's just not kicking. But I had to seam rip all those stitches out and then slide these out. And I did the stitching as I did my outside top stitching for my bag. So it could be better, but live and learn, right? I might have to make me a little bag out of this. And I do like the look that this gives me, but I think what I might do again otherwise is do a little bit of sew a piece like this right here, but have a D-ring in it. That way, not a D-ring. I would do a D-ring if I was doing clips, but what I could do is do it like this and do a rectangle like a D-ring, but do a rectangle one and then do the straps that way. I might do that. There's all kind of different ways I can do this, but I was working with the material I had on hand and the hardware or lack thereof, so I made this work, and I like this bag. If it ends up being too small for her, I might hijack it. It's a little bigger than my bag, but I could still make it work, right? Okay. And I did finish Tina's towel. As you saw the other day, I don't remember which one. I never know which one is my up. Oh, there. This is my bottom. So I was around probably here with my stitch marker. And then I was trying to bind off my edges. Well, I finished that. And I just wove in my ends this morning. Or actually probably about 20 minutes ago. But like I said, I am definitely going to make one of these for me. I don't know, since I'm going to be driving, I don't know that I'm going to take that kind of project. But anyway, all right, now. Two finished objects in 5 minutes. I am doing good. I have an ongoing WIP, which I have decided that I do not want to complete it. So it kind of has been sitting still. I want to complete it, but not until my great nephew is born. What I did is I went and sewed my strips together for the blanket, for the quilt. This is a very big quilt. It's 4 blocks by 4 blocks long. That's too big for a baby. So I'm thinking I might do it 3 by 4. Because I think 3 by 4 is a perfect crib size. Because it would be this big. Actually, a 3 by 3 might be, no. Yeah, a 3 by 4. So, 3 by 4 long. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. But I have one that I made a boo-boo on. And that one is going to have, I'm going to have his name, his birth date, his birth weight, you know, all that fun stuff on that. And then I'll sign it Aunt Lynn somewhere on that same square, so that that one thing is, I will highlight it. In fact, so I showed y'all that one. Let me show you the others. This is the other. And the other reason why I haven't, because I could sew these all together and just not put the batting and the backing on it yet. But I wasn't 100% sure if I wanted to do 4x4, so 48 inches by 48 inches, or do 36 by 48. But the more I'm thinking about it this morning, I'm thinking I'm going to stick with 36 by 48. So one of these strips probably will not get used. I will use it for something else. I could split it in half and make pillows. Oh! I wonder if I could... it's not enough to do. I was thinking about doing a bumper pad. I don't think, do they even do bumper pads anymore? I mean, with everybody changing the rules as what's safe and what's not safe to be in a baby's crib, I don't even know if they do bumper pads anymore. But I could do, you know, I'll figure out something to do with that extra strip. And this is the last one. This is the one with the mistake. Oops. I have the mistake right here at my forearm on that one. And on the white portion is where I'm going to put his information. So it's going to be like this. And this will be in the corner. And I'll put his information right there in that mess up. Yeah, most definitely. I am tickled with the colors of this. Now, I did say that yarn, I mean, that fabric that I bought, that teal and black and gray fabric that I bought, I probably could have made a quilt out of that and totally cheated. But I have had fun with this. This is, I did have square triangles for that table runner a while back, like a year ago. But I realize on this quilt that I need to perfect my corners. Part of it is that I assumed very early on, and I made a mistake, that all of my squares, I didn't have to cut all of my squares down to 4.5 inches. That was a mistake on my part. Live and learn, right? Failure means learning. Or mistakes mean learning. Or, you know, as Heather said, mistakes are happy accidents. That's true too. That's true too. So, I'm still working that out. And that's why it's probably going to be a WIP. Probably to mid-June. But he's not going to go in the crib right away anyway. And this is a longevity. This is going to be something that he can pass on to his children if he's feels so inclined. So it's okay if I take a little extra time and, you know, do his name on there. And that way, if he has a daughter or something, because these colors can go, it's a very gender neutral color base. So I think that may be a good idea. Now I did not bring me anything else in here. I was going to say I could chit chat with y'all while I work, but I need another caffeine. I mean, I have my regular sparkling ice, my kiwi strawberry, and it's yummy. I'm not saying it's not yummy. It's just not gonna kick it. Now, I will say one thing though. I did go by and grab some storage solutions for all of those straps that I was telling y'all that I needed. I think these were $1.87 if you bought them individually. I ended up buying a 10-pack, and it was $10.98, I believe. So much better deal. And there's something on one of it. Look, y'all, I didn't even see that. But this is the only 10 pack they had, so I'm not even going to worry about a little bit of, oh, it feels like the sticky stuff, you know, like a label. So I don't have enough straps to fill up 10 of these. But I do, ooh, I'm looking over here at the end of my table, and I see lots of stuff that can go in there. So I tell you what, we are going to, y'all want to pack some stuff up into these with me? I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to raise y'all up, and I'm going to go with you. Move my chair out of my way. Hold on. Maybe I'm gaining a little bit of weight. Okay. So I'm going to try to make sure that I'm far enough down. I decided to take y'all with me. I did have to edit it out because at first I took y'all up, rising up the table with me. I have my table on the highest setting, which it comes up to my waist, and I am 5'6", so it comes up pretty tall. But what I decided to do was bring y'all with me because I not only have a lot of webbing straps that I need to see. Let's see if that, nope, that ain't gonna take it off. But a little bit of goo gone, and that one little bitty blemish will be gone. So I'm going to try to remember what I was saying. I'm gonna just take them from the top. All right, not on, oops. It's very easy to move it since it's so high up. I'm going to not only put in my strap webbing, my nylon and my cotton webbing straps in these, I also looked at the end of my table and saw that I still had a lot of fat quarters that I did not have homes for, that were just sitting there. There's some up there, and I forgot to grab those. But for now, we will, why are these things so hard? We will put these things in. It's like they're stuck because it feels like maybe they got overheated or something. All right. Well, we're going to just line them up over here, and I'm going to try to set it on my laptop without opening or closing anything that I shouldn't be. Y'all, if I had thought that I was going to do this ahead of time, I would have had this already done. But hindsight's 20/20 and all that jazz. I'm trying to stay off the table. Are y'all still moving? The ring light that I don't have on, but it's hooked up to that little stand, keeps moving. All right. Yeah, it's just a pain in the patootie. And my hand strength is non-existent now. It's absolutely non-existent. All right. I don't know if y'all can see. You can see where it's stuck together. That's why I'm having such a hard time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do it like that. There we go. That's a lot easier. If I just break the seal, so to speak, it slides right out. I was struggling for nothing, y'all. For real. Hindsight 20/20 and all that jazz, right? I just said that. Ooh! Now I know you felt that. You okay in there? Because that definitely went a little hard. Alright. I don't think I'm going to need all 10. Actually, I don't even think I'm going to need as many as I've gotten out yet. But let's start with the fat quarters, because they're right here. They're closest to me and they're in my way. Now I have these right here. That are on these cardboard thingies. And they may have to, oh, you know what? I got my other ones in there too. So what I may do, it's not the neatest, because they're not going to fit like that. But I want to see what I have. So I may have to do a combination thing. Kind of do it like that. I wonder, I'm going to do a combination. I'm going to do this plus a stack of these right here at the end. See, I can stand those up. Let me make sure that I can stand those up. Not really. So I may have to, that's the benefit, that's the benefit of me using the ones that I got from work back when we were open at Joann's, is it was a little better to, it was a little higher. I'm gonna do solids and then designs in another one. All right. So these are a little bigger, the burgundy ones. But that's okay. I can still make all of them work. And I can put them in. I say I can make them work. Nope. That is junky looking. Junky. Alright, well these are going to have to hold on for a minute. What I may have to do is just set them like this. And just look at them from the ends maybe. Because I can still pretty much tell what they are. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do it that way. I don't like it. That's not as neat. But these right here. Alright, so I can't stand them straight up, but I can stand them on their sides and it'll still work. Except for those. Those are too big. So I can still do this. Perfect. Alright. I am going to do... I was going to do just solids in this one. But I think I'm not going to. I think I'm just going to do it like that. That way I can see them on both ends. And then these right here, these more patterned ones, I can put in here. And then I'll do it this way. So I have some beautiful Mickeys. Aren't those pretty? And then, oh, look at that one. I love that one. Oh, just love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Ooh. I was about to say, that actually looks pretty cool. Like that. Or even like that, maybe. I don't know. It just happened to hit me that I had these over here. Because I haven't seen them in a minute. I've seen them. They're at the end of my table. But your brain... when you're not focused on it, does that ever happen to anybody else? Your brain just isn't focused on it, so you technically don't see it. It's there. Your eyes see it. And see, I can see from that end and that end. I got chickens. I have piggies. I have gnomes. Gnomes and sunflowers. I have kitty cats. Y'all, I have fabric out the wazoo. Alright. There is more fabric up there. It's not going to fit in that tub. So I might end up having more of these things than I thought. Simply because they don't hold much. Or it could be that these are different styled. Like some of these are not fat quarters. These are yardage. But these are fat quarters. And they're different style folding than the ones that I got from Joann. So I will probably need at least one more for that. But like I said, I have 3 over here that I haven't even separated. So it will be all right. Now let me see if I can move this out of the way. All right. Ah. Oh, Beth Ann. I am so sorry, sweetheart. Does this look familiar? It was in the stack of my fat quarters. So this is a handmade card that Beth Ann sent me. And it says the butterfly die cut on the front is supposed to be planted and create flowers. Let me know if it works. Bless you, sweetheart. I did not know that it was sitting over there. So I will plant this and let you know if that butterfly turns into flowers, okay? I was like, oh my gosh, Beth Ann probably thought I was ignoring her. All right, I'm going to start with the big honking box first. I got this off of Amazon so that I could try out different colors. I think this is the purple that goes for mine, so I'm going to leave it out. And those aren't for that, but I still might be able to. And this way, it'll let me see at a glance, rather than it being in this cardboard box, what colors I have. Because y'all, I have colors for days. Some of them don't match exactly. Some of them are really good close matches, but not quite. Some of them are smack dead on. I don't think all this is going to fit in one. Nope. So you know what, I might have to color coordinate these things. But that won't be for today. Actually, I could just go ahead and color coordinate them real quick. It won't take that long. Do the greens. Do all the greens. What would y'all consider that? A mint green? I think so. That's hedging on teal. That's okay. I will put all the greens in here and... Yep. Okay. Oops. And I will better color coordinate everything when I get a chance. Probably off camera. But, you know, it'll be... And I'm saying off camera and I'm rearranging them. In a in kind of like, you know, some semblance of... I have a hole there now. And this is empty. I have scraps over there, but I don't want to do scraps. Now this one I can put in there. I bought this one for... I thought I was going to put this on one of the bags that I made for Laura. But see, now this is all cotton. Should I make cotton and a nylon? No, because I can see immediately what's nylon and what's cotton. But I wanted to try out a couple different colors that Amazon had. And I don't even know if these are going to be enough. Because I use 3 yards, I think, per tote bag. So I don't even know if those would be enough. Maybe for a purse or something, but not necessarily for a tote bag. Alright. Now, as far as this green is concerned, I can put these little guys here. Yeah, because I have several of these. So I'm going to put these guys. I think what I might do is put my scraps in these little bags and have just one of those bins for the scraps. Do y'all know how much easier this is going to be on me to have these this visible? I have 2 of these, so I'm going to piece them. I'm going to do them together. Because it's unreal. I didn't think I had very many. I was wrong, y'all. Jeezy Pete, I was wrong. Alright. So those work for that. And I have another dark brown one here. Oh, you know what would be really cute? What made me think of it is these brown, if I'm cutting off the top of my head, I'm sorry, y'all. It's just the impromptu standing up doing this. Those coffee prints, like Autumn, and who else likes those coffee prints? I know I'm forgetting about somebody, and I'm sorry. It's not personal. It's a girl's brain is dead today. And while I was doing all this, I should have ran and got me a caffeine, but I didn't. That's okay. I will do that later. As soon as I finish filming, I'm gonna go grab me some caffeine. Y'all, this is exciting me already because I'm looking at this and I'm already being able to see what colors I have. And just $10 at Walmart, man, or $11. Alright, this is something that I'm a little bit concerned about. Because these right here are not wound up that way. And I'm wondering, am I going to have to wind them up? Or take them out and set them. Well, they don't work like that. Alright, so hold on. Y'all get to walk through it with me, right? Y'all probably clicked off by now. If you haven't, you are my kind of people. That you will just hang with me through all of my craziness in here. Because you never know what you're going to get. Like I have said before, I can quote Forrest Gump's mama. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Well, with Lynn's videos, it's just like a box of chocolates. And it's funny because I don't like those kind. I'm a type of girl that I like to know exactly what I'm about to eat. No, the irony is not lost on me that my videos are that random. Okay. So this bag, I forgot that I had undid this bag once before, so the colors aren't matching up perfectly. But what I can do is I can lay them in there like that and just color coordinate them. Alright, well, okay, alright, Houston. We have a problem. That's not going to necessarily work. Well, I can. It's just not going to be... Alright. I can make it work. Where's the light colored for that one? Now, the fun part is going to be these big boys. And I haven't even gotten to those yet. But that's okay. I'm trying to pull all of these out of this other bag so that I can match them up easy when I pull the bag that I've already opened. Now I'm going to have to clean up all this mess that I've created just by doing this. Alright. Because I think what I can do is 3 high here. I mean 3 wide. I'll show y'all what I mean, because you probably can't even see this. So 3 colors wide, and I might be able to go 2 colors deep, because I might be able to put another color on top of there. Let's try that. Alright, this is very similar, so that actually works really, really well. Did I use my natural? I must have used my natural out of this one. I only have 1 more natural. So it's going to be a little bit odd. Where's the other brown? See, I wanted browns together, so what I might do is do the browns right there in the middle, have that one by itself, and have the black down here with the gray. Now, let me see if that works, and if it does, I'm going to show y'all what I did, if you care. Yep, that works. Alright, so, I have 2 different colors there, 2 different colors there, and kind of 2 different colors there. See, there is space wasted in this, but short of me taking these and doing them up like this, that wasn't going to work for these. So this, the only thing I have left is like a berry color and a navy color. So those are going to go in there. And then I do have, remember I told y'all that I bought these for my bulldog bags? I have those, but they're not technically scraps. So I'm going to put those in here. And then I have 2 purples. One's cotton and one's nylon. But it kind of fits with the burgundy, or the berry. So not as pretty, but still effective. Oop, that's not going to work. That purple is way over the top. So there you go. Alright, that makes me more nervous for these over here that are on these, yeah, I bought all those things, and now where am I going to put them after I fill them up? So I have these right here. Alright, I have 3 more of these left. Let's see, I might just be able to slide these. Alright, they're too tall to stand up on their side, so I can lay them down. And yeah, see, I'm going to just do that. Actually, I'll do it like that. That makes my brain feel better. This right here, I may... I was going to take it off the spool, but if I want to buy more, I don't want to lose the spool. So I might just put it in there with those. That's what I'm going to do. And that leaves me with 2 extra bins, which I need at least 1 more. I might need to use those too. So I'm not going to... So... 5 for straps and 5 for fabric. That works for me. Alright, hang tight. Let me go grab my scraps over here. Actually, there's too many of them. I'm going to leave them be for the moment. But I do have these little things here that are, I'm going to put them in. And then I think I'm going to just put them in this bin. I may take this purple out and put it in this one with the other purple at the top. Yeah. Yep, I'm going to do that. And then if I want to use, if I want to see another purple, I'll still have this over here. And I'll be able to see it very easily from the side of my bin. Then I will use these right here for my scraps and set them in the top. I don't know what I will use the scraps for yet. I tend to find home for all of my, what most people would discard. But I'm going to put these in this bin so that I can use those for my scraps. So there we go, y'all. Hold on. Crinkle your ears. Cover your ears. I had to throw the crinkly bags away. Okay, so. I'm going to try to back up. 5 bins for my webbing or my straps. And they're empty, but 5 for my fabric. These will not be empty for long because I have some rooster fabric that are on pre-cut, and I have some purple and mustardy color up there that are, they're yardage, but they're pre-cut. And I don't have, the way my fabric is set up, I have rolled, what's the word, y'all? My words are failing today. Remnants. I have my remnants rolled up, and then I have my yardage flat, okay? And in each bin, they're color coordinated. So each bin has some flat, some remnant. And some are just all remnant, and some are all yardage. But either which way, I will be able to set everything up. I will now have to find room or homes for these 10 little guys here. Because when my table is up this high, I have plenty of room. But my table isn't normally this high. Excuse me. If y'all heard that, I am so sorry. That was so much carbonation from that drink. But I'm glad I bought them. I didn't think I was going to use all 10, and I am using all 10. So, and in actuality, I had more straps. I have used a pretty good bit of straps so far, so I might be able to fill those up more as I need to restock. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me repeat that. I might have to redo that if I have to restock my straps, because that is coming. I have a spot up there once I move those pre-cut yardages and put them in this, and if I move that over, I can maybe fit 4 of these fabric ones up there. But I don't know where I'm going to put these strap ones. I think there might be room on the other side underneath my table. I will find room. And I was joking but not joking, telling my daughter-in-law and my husband that when we do build the new house, I don't need it big. I think it was it might have been all of us sitting at the table. I was like, I don't need huge. I don't need a big house, okay? This double wide is 1,800 square feet. I don't need that big. It's just me and my husband. But I want to go about 1,100 square feet maybe, because our starter house, the one that burned down, it was 3 beds, 1 bath. It was about 1,100 square feet. It was plenty big enough. I could make do in that house right now. Granted, I do like to have a second bathroom, so the 1,100 square foot would be allotted differently in the house, because I don't need a huge bedroom. We just sleep in there. I do want my ensuite bathroom and a walk-in closet. The only reason why I like the walk-in closet is because with my legs not being that stable, it's easier for me to walk in and do everything that I need to do in the closet versus trying to reach and do this, or to reach over here behind a section of wall to the closet. So it's easier for me. So that is a requirement. And I want the family room and the kitchen and all that to be one big area. And my workroom, my space, needs to be bigger than this. This is 10 by 12, I think. Maybe. And I need probably double this, if not double. So basically, what would have been 2 bedrooms, I will consolidate into one as a space for my work area. Or I can take half of one room as my area. I mean, half, I take 1.5, and then have a smaller area for just, if someone wants to crash for the night, but they don't want to sleep on the couch. It would be like a twin bed, because we don't get company. Just family. And they're going to be on the property with us, so it's not like they'll be spending the night. The only person that might spend the night is my grandson, and he would be fine in a twin bed until he gets into his teenage years. And then it might not be very cool for him to hang out with his grandparents. I don't know. He's a sweetheart of a child, so I don't know what he's going to do when he gets older. But I definitely want more room. But I'm kind of scared to have more room. Would I fill it up? I do try not to take in more than I take out. But sometimes, being a business, I kind of have to take more in than I'm putting out, because I have to have it to show y'all. And if I need to put stock up on my website, I have to buy it before it moves out. Does that make sense? But I am really, really glad that I went and bought those from Walmart. And on that note, I'm going to get off here. I want to make bags. Really, 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 really bad. But I also have things I have to do in other part of the house today. So I may not even get to sew anything. I may not even get to knit or crochet. If I can't do that anytime today, I'm going to do it later tonight. But right after I stop filming, I'm going to go grab both of those. The purples and mustard, and then the roosters, and get them put up and get these off my table. Because y'all, it stresses me out when my table gets this crowded. Because right now I have this much space below my hands. Yeah. That's all I have clear. And it stresses me out. I'm a weirdo. That's okay. That's alright. But I hope your day is as wonderful as you are, because y'all, I'm telling you, you make it to where I want to come on here and I want to share something as mundane as sorting through pre-cuts and pre-cut fabric and straps for my bags. You know, that was not my intention for this video. I was going to share the stuff with y'all, but it's like, you know what? Come with me. Come along on this fun little journey with me. But whatever the case, whatever you're going through today, try to find you a little bit of joy and hang on to it, because sometimes that makes the difference whether you have a bad day or a good day. And sometimes, you know, outside forces just make it to where your day and your mood is, but you don't have to let it rule the whole day. Find the joy in your day and let that be the biggest part of it, even if it's just a teeny tiny little bit. And I don't say that to y'all lightly, because I take that advice every day. There would be days to where I would never get in front of a camera if I didn't. So I take that advice. I don't give it lightly. I'm going to get off here. I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care of you and enjoy yourself and be kind to yourself. Bye.